So it's time to unlock your origin story. It's time to unlock your origin story. So if you feel like you are being pulled between two realities or between multiple realities, it is because you are. um, so I had this, it's a lot, y'all. It's a lot. But this is something that came to me today because I was feeling this way. And I know that collectively we're going through these collective changes, transformations, and shifts. And so when I got up, I put on my original jurisdiction sweatshirt, or hoodie, I should say. And one of the things that came to me was, because again, I was very much feeling that energy. And so I looked down at my sweatshirt and I was like, oh, that makes sense. Your origin story. Many of us have remembrances of our origin, right? Who we were before we incarnated into the reality that we're in, right? And so remembering those truths is the key to getting you, or to choosing, right? Your next reality, if you may, right? And so you may be feeling and experiencing, again, like headaches, things like that. You may be feeling body aches. You may be feeling what a lot of times we call ascension symptoms, right? You may be feeling like you're getting congested and things like that. And it's because you're literally shifting frequencies. And because you're shifting frequencies, your body is adjusting, is having to get acclimated to a different frequency. Okay? And so make sure that you are drinking lots of water, that you are taking it easy, that you are doing what you need to do, that you are resting, because what's happening is you're having to integrate the new frequency and integrate the new reality into your body. Like your body has to be there. You get what I'm saying? Because your body, for a lot of us, has been in survival for so long. So for your body to go from survival to a place where it is abundant, where it remembers abundance, where it remembers prosperity, where it remembers love, where it remembers harmony, where it remembers wholeness, right? You have to get your body acclimated, because where the mind goes, the body will follow. So your mind may be there, but your body has to get adjusted, because you remember that the body is a denser, it's a denser body than the mental body, right? Than the spiritual body. It's a denser body because it is physical, right? And so because of that, you want to make sure that you're really taking the time to integrate into that new frequency. And one of the things that you have to do, and this is, and I'm not saying this like this is easy, but you have to do this if this is what you want. You have to make sure that you are feeding the frequency that you want to be in, right? So we're no longer feeding, scarcity programming, right? We're no longer feeding fear. We're no longer feeding lack. We're no longer feeding toxic relationships. We're no longer feeding those energies. And so what we are doing is we are giving our energy to the reality that we want, that we are aligned with our original remembrance, our original frequency. So I just wanted to share that with you all. There's certain things that you can certainly do. You can make sure that, like I said, you're drinking water. You are taking baths, specifically where you're allowing yourself to truly soak, and really cleanse your energy, right? that, again, you turn the TV off. What can you say? Turn the TV off. Turn the TV off. Do not feed those frequencies. If you do not want them to grow, do not feed them, right? Starve them. You must starve them. Okay? Now, I'm not telling you to walk around oblivious or anything, but what I am telling you is that it's your energy. Your energy is what sustains. That's why they need your attention. That's why they need your energy. Without you, everything collapses. Without your attention, it doesn't move. You understand? So long as you are feeding these frequencies, they're going to continue to exist. They're going to continue, and you're going to be feeding them. You are the life force and the life source to these things, right? Now, it's different if you are, a master alchemist, right? And a lot of you who are listening to this, you are. However, at some point, we have to stop using our energy to transmute these denser frequencies for beings who are not interested in changing. Do you see what I'm saying? Like there are beings who that is their energy source. They thrive there. They like that, right? Allow them to be there. But if you want something different, you have to do something different. So, of course, y'all know I have herbal teas, yoni steams or yoni teas, all sorts of tinctures available. One of the tinctures actually that is great this time of year specifically is the it is the goldenrod tincture. It has a longer name. It's called the name of it is Venus Love Mars Loves Venus, right? And sorry, y'all, sounds like my dog is crying. He probably wanted, and I'll see about him. But, so that is available on the consciouscreations.live website. That is a specific tincture that was created to balance the energy of Mars and Venus and bring it together, right? So that only love is between us. You understand? Because the herbs that were used, first of all, it was specifically crafted with herbs of goldenrod. It was specifically crafted with goldenrod that was, and the tincture itself was created when the moon and the sun were in Libra, and it's created with, sorry, I'm telling y'all, but anyway, with spring water that was charged by the light of the full moon. So that, again, it is consciously created for this purpose. And the herb was wild crafted from an area that specifically deals with that Mars energy. And so this is why it was crafted from that area, so that we can take that energy of Mars and then bring it together in that Libran energy, in that balance, because we're talking about balanced relationships, not just externally, but within ourselves. And so part of what we have to do, and part of what we are doing, is calming that war within ourselves, for where we are internally battling between narratives, battling between whether or not we're going to believe in scarcity or whether we're going to believe in abundance, whether we're going to walk in scarcity or whether we're going to walk in abundance. You see what I'm saying? And so it's that energy within yourself. It's the way that you love within yourself, that Venusian energy, and it's the Martian energy. It's the way that you fight, right? How you protect, right? But those things being in balance is what's truly, truly powerful. And so this is a very powerful tincture that you can use if you are looking to balance that internal war. And also goldenrod is good for the urinary tract. It's also good for, if you have any sort of like respiratory issues, it's good for that. Okay. So if you find yourself in need of any kind of support when it comes to dealing with these different energies, go to the website, www.consciouscreations.live. Also, y'all, the nervous system. We are training our nervous system to be able to handle higher frequencies, because the frequency that it requires to exist in a state of survival is a lower frequency. Not necessarily bad, it's just denser, right? And it's heavier. Now, what we are doing is we have to balance and reconfigure the nervous system in order to feel safe to hold abundance, feel safe to hold thriving, feel safe to hold prosperity. So I have written a very long, I keep hearing Oreo, y'all. A very long, I don't remember how long this one was, but it's at least 40 pages. And it is, again, about nervous system recalibration. Because again, like I said, we are training our nervous system to hold wealth. That's key. So if you are interested in that, just leave me a comment down below. Let me know. You can just say, interested. And I'll get the information on how you can do it. Actually, you know what you can do? Go to www.thetishahillman.com. That's TISHAHILLMAN. Go to thetishahillman.com. You can actually download the nervous system recalibration manual. Now, I said that what I'm going to do is actually have a course or something like that where we actually go through this together, because it is very lengthy, right? Now, if you're interested, let me know, because if so, then we'll do this. I'd like to do this on January. I'd like to actually do this and get it started on January 20th. The reason is because what we are actually doing is we are electing ourselves. So I see this really as going in and electing a new president within yourself. Do you see what I'm saying? Like really establishing a new government within yourself, a new governing, allowing a different system of governance within yourself. So no longer are you operating and governing yourself from oppression and scarcity and fear and all of these things, but your nervous system is being reprogrammed and retrained to listen to you, right? As its commander-in-chief. So this is what we're doing. You're electing a new commander-in-chief within yourself. Okay? So just let me know if you're interested. If so, then we'll go ahead and we can move forward with that. But in the meantime, like I said, if it's something you want to do on your own, feel free to do that. Rock out. Just go to the website, download it. Very, very helpful information, y'all, because it goes through everything that it is that I'm talking about, everything I've been talking about, but in detail. Because 2026 and beyond, we are walking in our sovereignty. We are walking in abundance. We are walking in prosperity, because the truth is, abundance is your birthright. Abundance has always been your birthright. You just need to remember that. So go back to your origin story and remember who the fuck you are. And remember that abundance is your birthright, and affirm that for yourself. Until next time, y'all, love yourself well. You deserve it.